Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the analysis of YOLENO TV. I hope you're well from wherever you're watching this channel. Now, how many of you remember Isaac Hassan?
As the 4th of March. So the fact that 1 year and 7 months before the elections, we're able to actually stand here today.
Isaac Hassan, has realized that there is a need to fire Susan Nakumicha. And this is in line with the ongoing strike of doctors, a strike that even lab technicians joined. I understand that clinicians also joined. So the whole healthcare fraternity has been literally paralyzed, and that is the public healthcare fraternity. It has been paralyzed. We have seen what Dr. Taylor said. We've also seen what Dr. Mwachi said. Isaac Hassan said in a tweet that I came across, and this is what he said: if Kenyans and doctors have found the health CS incompetent, our members of parliament must find a way to exit her or plead with the president to have her replaced. So, because of this tweet, I want us to talk about something, ladies and gentlemen. But first, please take 1 of your second, go below there and like this video. It is so important if you like this video, because that is the only way YouTube shares this video. And if you like this video, that will be a very important support that you shall have given to this channel. And also, to first-time viewer or to regular viewer who have not subscribed, please take 1 of your second again and subscribe to this channel. And to those who supported us before, thank you so much for that support. Dr. Isaac Hassan seems to be advising members of parliament and the president that Susan Nakumicha is one person who should be fired, who should even have been fired yesterday. The truth of the matter is that Susan Nakumicha, going by what's been trending, especially after she said openly in a forum in Western Kenya, when he said that he got that job because of the hand of God, but say that above all, he got it because of Moses Wetangula. That is the day Susan Nakumicha made the worst mistake that one can ever make.
Mimi kukuwa waziri wa afya iligharimu mkono ya Mungu, na hiyo mkono ya Mungu ilipitia kwa papa Speaker Moses Masika Wetangula. Wale wanasema speaker hajafanya kitu, mimi kama exhibit niko hapa. Kama kuna maswali, muanze kuniuliza mimi.
The moment he said because of Moses Wetangula, that is the time the issue of qualification escalated, that matter.
So then I moved to MTC, Kenya Medical Training College, where I trained as a pharmaceutical technologist and graduated in 2000. Just to let members know that while at MTC, my parents, a policeman and policewoman, could not afford much. So from the second year of MTC, I did odd jobs to pay my school fees. After MTC, I managed to get a job in one of the pharmaceutical retail pharmacies in this country, where I worked for a period of time. During that time, I was also doing a degree in pharmacy, online degree from EG University in Turkey, where I completed. However, I did not get registered as a pharmacist because of the difference in legislation, the difference in the number of years covered in Turkey and covered in Kenya.
Reactions that many people have come up with is that Susan Nakumicha most likely is not qualified. So she got that job just because of Moses Wetangula. Mind you, there is a time Natembea made something that was very shocking, very much shocking to people, when he said that Moses Wetangula chose to give a woman that position, someone whom he knows very well that will not give him any competition. So he chose to give a woman. Though in that remark by Natembeya, he never mentioned who that woman was, but people suspected that it was Susan Nakumicha. He said in his bombshell, that is Natembeya, that Moses Wetangula ought to have given that slot to his deputy leader, but because he was afraid of competition, he chose to give a woman. So when Susan Nakumicha went publicly to declare that Moses Wetangula is the reason why he got that job, people could link these dots, and the story was now well understandable. And the story is that Moses Wetangula is the reason why Susan Nakumicha got that job. So the issue of incompetency came to play here, because now people believed that. So now it is true that the academic qualifications you have cannot give you a better opportunity to deliver. You cannot deliver because your academic qualifications are not satisfying. So Dr. Isaac Hassan, the former IEBC commissioner, delves in this matter and asks the members of parliament to find a way to exit Susan Nakumicha or plead with the president to have her replaced. It's just as simple as such. So now if you go to what Atela said, Dr. Atela, the KMPDU secretary.
The reality is that the government is on strike. We had a meeting with government on 21st of March, where we prioritized the issues that we addressed to them, the 19 issues, onto different categories, the immediate ones, the midterm, and the long-term one. We had another invitation for a meeting on 27th that we sat with the government, and as I told you, the government walked out of this particular meeting. It's a clear manifestation indication that they are on strike. And when the court gave orders today, it says that the strike is suspended. The strike of government is suspended so that they can have a sitting with us to have the discussion of this. So we have joined the government on the strike. And that's why our strike has to continue until the government sit down and sort the issues that we raised. For a very long time, we have always complied to return to work. Today, if we call off the strike and go back to work, all our issues will gather dust in the closets. And that's the reality of what happens. The government only negotiates and handles issues when there's a crisis, when we don't go to work. And as we are currently, it is government that is causing harm to the patients and to the people. Because as doctors, one thing I must say that you can only cause harm to a patient when you have the patient. But when you leave the hospitals and you go home, it is now the responsibility of the government, which we pay tax to take care of the
Very well, ladies and gentlemen. How Susan Nakumicha is going to survive the onslaught is something that it's just a matter of time. When you look at some of the responses that Susan Nakumicha used to give in her defense of her roles, what she has done, her accomplishment in the ministry, she said that she had achieved milestones in her ministry, her docket, that until now she has decided she managed to get cartels who have been swindling money that was in NHI funds. She also went to an extent of saying that she has managed to get those cartels who have been stealing KEMSA money or KEMSA drugs. She talked about that. She said that she has addressed the cartelism within the various ministry departments. So that is the reason why the doctors are striking. I mean, that is what she said. But this is now what Waswahili wanasema kwamba kutonesha kidonda. Nakumicha's words zilikuwa zinatonesha kidonda. She even went to an extent of saying that these doctors, kwani are they so special than other interns? She could have taken time to understand the roles that these medical interns play before making any remark. Felix Koskei, when he came publicly, he said that,
as I mentioned earlier, is that the term intern across the country is a terminology that is in every sector. If you go to look at engineers, they are interns, journalists, they are intern journalists, and everybody else. So we were saying, look here, this term intern is known by Kenyans as interns, and those people are earning between 15,000 and 20,000. Having had discussions this tonight and realizing that these doctors are even manning hospitals, almost alone, you may have one consultant and so many interns running the hospital for their own, carrying out procedures and the rest. We want to separate the two. But the circular from SRC still remains for any ordinary cadres.
He has to realize that these doctors, these medical interns, they play a huge role. That sometimes they are the ones who are left to run the facilities, these medical interns. So because of that realization, Felix Koskei realized that the head of public service, he realized that there is a need for this matter to be looked at extensively. It's not just like any other intern, interns wa kawaida too, because Manakumecha was saying that these interns should be paid 15,000, just like any other intern, between 50,000 and there was a range he had given here, 15,000 and a certain range. And to the doctors fraternity, hiyo ilikuwa ni dharau. But when Felix Koskei decided to dig deep into this matter, he realized that these medical interns are not just any other interns. They are performing huge roles. Some of them go to theater. Some of them play very, very crucial roles. Roles ambao ukiangalia ni kama hata si interns tena. Ni kama full doctors. So that's why there was a need to look at. But the response from Nakumecha ndiyo imesababisha hii mambo ika-escalate. Now iko pale iko, and people, everybody is literally trying to say this person be sacked. The latest person who have delved into this matter is Isaac Hassan. Isaac Hassan says huyu mtu afutwe kabisa. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you make of this sudden realization by Dr. Isaac Hassan? And I've read to you the statement from Dr. Isaac Hassan. So just go below there and react to this statement from Dr. Isaac Hassan. So perhaps if you're watching this video and you've not subscribed, please take 1 second and subscribe to this channel. Like this video. Until you catch up again, stay safe and stay blessed.